Long before a ball is kicked, an $11 billion commercial war is already underway. It is a battle over global equipment and retail dominance that takes place in the shadows of the stadium. To find the start of this conflict, we look back to 1940s Germany and the workshop of two brothers, Adolf and Rudolf Dassler. In 1948, a bitter feud split the brothers apart, physically dividing their hometown of Herzogenaurach. Adolf founded Adidas, while Rudolf founded Puma. The rivalry reached a boiling point in 1970. The brothers signed a Pele Pact, agreeing neither would bid for the world's most famous star. But Puma broke the agreement. Just before the quarterfinal kickoff, Pele asked for a delay to tie his shoes, ensuring every camera on Earth focused on his Puma King boots. The subsequent surge in Puma's global sales proved a new commercial reality. Capturing the feet of a single superstar could shift an entire market more effectively than any traditional advertising campaign. Adidas responded by seizing the infrastructure of the sport. At the 1954 World Cup, they provided the West German team with revolutionary screw-in studs, a technological advantage that helped drive Germany to its first world title. By 1970, Adidas cemented its position as the tournament's official sponsor and matchball supplier, introducing the iconic black and white Telstar, a design specifically engineered to be easily tracked on black and white televisions. Adidas built a closed feedback loop. Owning official sponsorship meant branding every ball and referee, turning global broadcasts into retail ads. From 1970 through the 1990s, this unbroken monopoly on official match balls made the brand synonymous with the tournament itself. By the early 1990s, the brand held the rights to the equipment, the tournament officials, and the advertising boards, becoming the primary gatekeeper for the world's most watched sporting event. During the 1994 World Cup final at the Rose Bowl, Nike was an outsider. The company dominated basketball and running, but in global football, they were irrelevant. Watching from the stands, Nike CEO Phil Knight noticed 8 Brazilian players wearing his boots. It was the catalyst for a new directive. Nike would invade the sport. Nike knew they couldn't buy the tournament's official loyalty. Instead, they moved to acquire the most culturally resonant national team on the planet, Brazil. Securing the deal required years of persistent lobbying and relationship building. It wasn't until 1996 that they finally inked the sport's most significant contract. By aligning with Brazil's Alegria, their joyful, creative style of play, Nike adopted a marketing strategy that targeted the cultural soul of the game rather than its governing institutions. The strategy worked. Through aggressive campaigns like the 1997 airport ad and the construction of the massive Nike Park in Paris, the brand successfully positioned itself as a global leader in football culture. This cultural success triggered a massive financial escalation. The two giants began outbidding each other for the rights to national teams, driving sponsorship costs to unprecedented levels. This compares historical federation sponsorship costs. Nike's attempt to steal the German team with a $648 million bid shattered the industry's pricing structure. Nike then broke into Europe, paying over $500 million for France, ending Adidas's long-standing grip on the continent. This era of aggressive spending forced both companies into a continuous bidding war for the world's elite national teams, turning the sport into a fiercely contested duopoly. At the 2026 World Cup, these two contrasting strategies are now colliding in their most advanced forms. Adidas continues to rely on official infrastructure. They provide the AI-integrated Trionda matchball and sponsor the largest share of national teams in the tournament. This visualization shows the statistical advantage of the Adidas strategy. By outfitting 14 different teams, they maximize the probability that their branding will appear in the final match, regardless of which countries advance. Nike, meanwhile, ignores the official tournament branding entirely. Their Sport Offense campaign focuses on individual superstars, pairing them with pop culture icons to drive engagement outside of the stadium. It is the ultimate evolution of the ambush. Brands no longer need to pay billions to FIFA when they can hijack the global conversation through the social reach of their individual athletes. The results are split. Adidas sees its growth through verified retail sales in the US and Europe, while Nike generates over 1.5 billion views through its digital campaigns. This confirms the core dichotomy of the industry. Adidas focuses on the core performance audience on the pitch, while Nike targets the lifestyle demographic away from it. A conflict that started at a workshop bench in Herzogenaurach has evolved into a global race to capture the attention of billions. Adidas owns the physical infrastructure and the pitch, but Nike owns the cultural momentum. In the modern game, owning the history of the sport may no longer be enough to win its future.